The ruling APC and the opposition PDP are in war of words over recent defections, and the APC appears to be expecting more movement to its side. PDP believes Nigeria is gradually turning into a one-party state. And the Minister of Information, Lai Mohammed, is unhappy with the reporting of the EndSARS aftermath of the EndSARS protest and the shooting incident at the Lekki toll gate. He's criticizing the Western media. Hello everyone and welcome to Politics Today on Channels Television. I'm Sean Kimalo in Lagos. The Minister of Information and Culture, Mr. Lai Mohammed, has asked international news broadcaster CNN to admit to its professional mistakes in its coverage of the EndSARS Lekki tollgate shooting in Lagos. At a meeting with members of the Broadcasters Organization of Nigeria and the nation's capital, Abuja, the Minister of Information insists that the Western news media gave a skewed and jaundiced narrative of the Lekki shooting and thus engendered misinformation on the true situation.
CNN tried to clarify its tweet for October 23rd by saying it never attributed the death toll of 38 to Amnesty International, and that the tweet also did not make it clear that the death toll was for protests across the country. We will not sit back and allow any news organization, local or foreign, to set Nigeria on fire with irresponsible and unprofessional reporting. CNN did not have a reporter or cameraman at the Lekki toll gate on the night in question. Yet it emphatically reported a hoax story. Instead of engaging in such panic, CNN should come clean by admitting that it goofed badly on the Lekki toll gate incident. While we may not be able to subject CNN to kind of fine, we subjected some airing broadcast station to. Make no mistake about it that we have options also against CNN, which we are keeping very close to our chest.
There are some other stories that we have for you on our political roundup.
The governor of Imo State, Senator Hope Uzodinma, has met with President Muhammadu Buhari at the presidential villa in Abuja. After the meeting, Governor Uzodinma said he briefed the president on the erosion situation in the state. He also commented on the defection of Governor Dave Umahi to the APC. Governor Nyesom Wike of Rivers State has re-echoed the need for restructuring in Nigeria to engender peaceful coexistence among all ethnic nationalities in the country. He made the statement when the Tiv community in Rivers State paid him a courtesy visit in Government House, Port Harcourt. Governor Wike noted that Rivers State, especially the Ikweres and the Tiv, share a common struggle as minorities in the country who have constantly raised concerns over marginalization.
They are part of the minorities in Nigeria, just like we are also part of the minorities in Nigeria. We are talking about marginalization. Marginalization is not only to the people of Rivers State and the poor ethnic nationality, also to the Thieves. And that is why our position is very clear. The time has come that this country has to be restructured.
The Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC, has tasked security operatives in the Imo State to live up to expectation and act professionally in securing materials, election staff, and the electoral environment during the forthcoming Imo North senatorial by-election slated to hold on December the 5th this year. The acting national chairman of the Independent National Electoral Commission, retired Air Vice Marshal Ahmed Muazu, gave this charge at an interagency consultative meeting held in Owerri, the Imo State capital, ahead of the December the 5th Imo North senatorial by-election.
We expect robust synergy between the security agencies and the electoral management body in Imo State.
And the Northeast Governors Forum has expressed dismay that despite the challenges of development, especially in the area of infrastructural deficit in the Northeast, The 2021 proposed budget made provision for only 32 billion naira for capital projects in the region. This is the outcome of the third meeting of the Northeast governors held at the Adamawa State Government House in Yola.
Thank you so much, everyone, for staying with us. So tonight, we're looking at the ripples that have been generated by the defections that we've seen from the PDP to the APC. Both parties, major political parties in Nigeria, already talking about that and the implication where the ruling All Progressives Congress is perhaps savoring and relishing the defections of Governor Dave Umahi and Senator Elisha Abbo from the PDP to the APC. All happened within a week. The PDP is not very happy about this, especially about what the APC caretaker committee said, that it is not surprising that progressive-minded members of the PDP have been defecting en masse from the opposition party to the APC in recent times. What the PDP on its own part said, it is aware of clandestine meetings being held by APC leaders following their realization that the APC is a political party that has failed as a platform for governance and managing of the broad diversity of the nation. Well, tonight, let's speak with those who have interest in this matter and who are in the know, especially the gains and the losses of the defections that we have seen. A big question has been raised recently. Are there any major difference between some of these major political parties in terms of ideologies or what they stand for? PDP at some point will tell us that they are the right of the center. APC will say they are the left of the center. But when we see this switching, does it really identify, underline the ideologies of this political party? Tonight, I have joining me on the panel, I'm being joined by the spokesperson of the APC, Mr. Yekini Nabena. He joins us from Yenagua in Bayelsa State, and Mr. Diron Odeyemi is the deputy spokesperson of the PDP. He joins us from Oshogbo in Osun State. Thank you so much, gentlemen, for coming tonight on the program. Let me begin with Mr. Odeyemi. Your party looks like it's not happy with the defections that we have seen lately. We've seen Senator Elisha Abbo, although your party has come out to say, criticize that defection. He says that he's moved because of the mismanagement of the party, according to him, in his home state of Adamawa. We've seen the defection of Governor Dave Umahi from Ebonyi State. And the APC is saying more is to come. What's your party's position on these defections? Are you worried?
We are not in any way worried, Sheung. Political party is the vehicle through which people climb to the political ladder. It's very unfortunate when you see people who use this ladder to climb to the top of their political career only to attempt to destroy it. We are not about that. This is not the first time people will be defecting from PDP. Senator Bukola Saraki, Governor Ilola, and the likes once left PDP, but they are now back in PDP, having gone to APC in the past. So we are not worried. We are not worried at all. And if you look at the flimsy excuses being given for defection, you will know that all these politicians are very selfish. They are selfish in the sense that they are not even taking the interest of their followers into consideration. Look at Governor Umahi. How many senators in the state followed him? How many state of assembly? Virtually, he went on his own. And that is to tell you that PDP is still solid. We are not worried. Not in any way. We are not. And for APC to claim that more are still coming, I see that as a propaganda. They are only rejoicing on Senator Abbo and Governor Umahi joining them to add propaganda to it. Our own formula is -1 or -2 + 4, because I can tell you live on TV that many of their governors are talking to us because we are sure that 2023 will destabilize APC, and they are coming to us. They are coming to join us.
Mr. Odeyemi,
this night.
Mr. Odeyemi,
Yes.
It is perhaps really not the APC alone that is saying it. Governor Wike told us on this program that he knows that more governors of the PDP are going to the APC.
If Governor Wike said that, What I am telling you as the spokesperson of PDP and what I know is that many APC governors are talking to us. Perhaps Nigeria might have not seen the end of these activities. More governors from APC are coming to join us. I'm saying it with all emphasis.
How do you react to the APC saying that the PDP is a failed party and that the signal of that is what we have seen in the defection of some major party stakeholders from the PDP moving to the APC?
The question we have to ask ourselves is what has been the achievement of APC now that we now warrant people to join them, if not for selfish reasons? Is it about the economy? Is it about the security? Is it about the infrastructures that they have succeeded in such a way that people will now see them as a formidable party to join? No, and I say no to it. We are not bothered. Nigerians knows which party to vote for in 2023, and that is what we rely on. And if you look at the motto of our party, we believe power belongs to the people, and we are relying on the people to come back to power. So we are not bothered about the propaganda of APC that some governors are coming to join them. I'm telling you, instead, some of their governors are coming to join us.
Let me allow Mr. Nabena to get into the conversation. It's good to see you, Mr. Nabena. Let me allow you to react to what Mr. Deyemi said, that some of your governors are planning or talking to them in the PDP, and they're planning to jump ship to the PDP. What's your reaction on that?
Shehu, thank you. You can hear the voice of the PDP man. He's already crying. And I want to let him know that, look, politics is deep. It's deeper than what he is talking about. We are not assuming that APC governors will come to PDP, but we are seeing this thing, the reality of it. You can see the governor of Ebonyi State is there. You can also see the senator from, from Adamawa. He's also there in APC. And they use their own mouth to say, PDP, if a political party that collected fee from senator governors from 2019 to date cannot pay their staff salary, what good are they to do for Nigerians as a people? So at this point, I don't think I have more to talk with PDP until let them go back and fix by paying their salaries of their staff first of all. Then we can come out and talk. Because now you can see that he's crying. I cannot be talking to people that already failed. You are talking about security already. Listen, let me tell you, Shehu, listen to me. In a PDP administration, everything was on paper. Even the railway, the power system, everything was on paper. But today, you can see all this thing physically. So what are they talking about?
But you heard the reaction of the PDP. Yeah, Mr. Nabena, you heard the reaction of the PDP to the defection of Senator Elisha Abo, and what they said does look like they disown him. In fact, from the reaction that they have given to Senator Abo's defection, they were, in fact, more happy that he has left for your party.
Well, I don't have much to tell PDP. Let us wait till we get to the polling booth in 2023. Then we'll see the difference. And let us wait before the end of next year. And let us see the governors that will come first. Whether they will come to PDP or from APC governors will go or PDP governors will come. I believe in reality. I don't believe in PDP. We have been hearing all this story for the past 16 years. So I'm tired of hearing it.
But you reacted and you alleged that there are meetings by the PDP, but one will also make a reference to the picture that we saw of chieftains of your party meeting with the former president, Goodluck Jonathan. The PDP has said that it looks so much that your party is desperate, is it?
We are not desperate. Even if you look at Goodluck Jonathan has been working for this government. He has been going to all African countries. He has been working for this government. If he's not a progressive person, he wouldn't have been working for this government. So the PDP should also know that.
Okay, let's take a breather. But when we come back, we look into the issues of ideology and the politics of 2023, because that has been drawn into the conversation for you as a voter, as a Nigerian. What do you see playing out in all of this? We hear from the spokesperson of these two political parties and what their parties have to offer Nigerians in the coming years. Stay with us, everyone. We'll be right back. Thank you so much, everyone. We're talking about the politics of defection in Nigeria and what we have seen recently that has happened between Nigeria's major political parties, the ruling APC and the opposition PDP. Mr. Yekini Nabena, spokesperson of the APC, and Mr. Adrian Adeyemi, deputy spokesperson of the PDP. Thank you so much, gentlemen, for coming tonight on the program. Mr. Nabena, before I go to Mr. Adeyemi, I'd like you to react to these. The PDP said in a statement, I quote, "Which patriotic Nigerian can join the APC that has willfully failed to secure our citizens from marauders, insurgents, and bandits? A party under whose watch the once happy and prosperous Nigerian citizens can no longer afford basic necessities of life to the extent that they now resort to suicide and slavery mission abroad as options." How would you react to that statement from the PDP, Mr. Nabena?
I don't even forget self. Say I'm calling myself.
Mr. Nabena? All right, let me go to Mr. Adeyemi. Mr. Adeyemi, the APC has said and that it is not surprising that progressive-minded members of the PDP have been defecting en masse from the opposition to the All Progressives Congress in recent time. For a party unable to run its secretariat, pay staff salaries, and its leadership grappling with a crisis of confidence, it would be unfair to expect its progressive-minded members to remain in the PDP, which has failed woefully as the supposed main opposition party in Nigeria. Give us a sense of what is happening for some of those who have described the situation in your party as some kind of implosion.
Thank you, Shehu. I want to register my displeasure at the use of indecent word crime. Is this part of the APC that when they bereft of good political discourse that they now resort to abusive language? I take serious exception to that. That's number one. Number two, we are talking about people who have defected from a PDP, and we are telling you that more of APC are coming to our PDP. He's talking about PDP not paying salary. Is it one of our staff to know that we are not salary? That is a mundane issue. That issue does not even come up at all. And I want to believe that when people lack to discuss issues, they resort to abusive words.
That is that. Is it true? Sorry, Mr. Adeyemi, apologies. Look, let's clarify, since that you are here, is it true that you are owing your staff salaries?
Has any staff protested to anybody that they are not receiving their salary?
Mr. Adeyemi, there was actually a protest. Some party members, some workers at your party headquarters and secretariat were protesting non-payment of salary. But I understand that there seems to be some glitch there. Okay, Mr. Adeyemi, if you can react to that. Some staff of your headquarters actually came forward to say that they are not being paid.
That is not true, Shehu. I disagree with that. And I'm telling you, as an officer of the party, that as I'm speaking with you now, we are not owing the staff any salary. As a matter of fact, the party, even at the next meeting, approved a bonus for them in December. So I don't know where this allegation is coming from. We are not owing the staff. We are paying staff as at when due.
React to this, Mr. Adeyemi. Is your party and the APC more of the same in terms of ideology and what you stand for?
That is not true. We don't stand for the same ideology, not in any way. And that is the error of the politics that we operate in Nigeria, where people can just wake up from PDP and decide to join APC tomorrow. Until we're able to correct this constitutionally, we will continue to make mess of our democracy, because I don't think it is right for you to attain a political power through a political party, and after attaining that power, you decided to just dump the party without dumping the position you are. I think it's part of the flaws of our constitution.
Mr. Nabena, I was asking you that question. It does look like you didn't quite get my question. And what I was asking was in relation to the statement of the PDP, where they said, quote, which patriotic Nigerian can join the APC that has willfully failed to secure our citizens from marauders, insurgents, and bandits, a party under whose watch the once happy and prosperous Nigerian citizens can no longer afford basic necessities of life to the extent that they now resort to suicide and slavery mission abroad as options.
Sheung, yes, we all agree that we have this insecurity in Nigeria. There's no problem about that. Why? These things have been there before. You see, when the foundation is wrong, at this point, I don't want to blame anybody because you have voted in for it to correct all the mistakes. Okay? These things have been there before. We all knew what happened during the Chibok girls and all that. It has been there. But at this point, I'm not saying that I'm not blaming anybody. We were voted in for us to correct those happenings. So what I'm trying to say is that you can see that we are really working on it. It's not a day job. We are working so hard to correct that. Now, I'll tell you, because, political parties like PDP, all they will try to do is to stabilize your government because they want to come back to government by every means. When you look at what happened even in Lagos, the NSAS, most of them, if you look at it now, it's the work of the PDP. But I'm not blaming them, but it's okay. It's okay, just like them. Turn off the mic, it's okay. But what I'm saying, we are not going to take all this propaganda from PDP anymore. We are going to make sure that we deal with anybody involved in all this, the Northeast, especially the PDP people who are trying to create problems for this administration. And we're not going to take it lightly with them.
All right, some technical glitches there. But Mr. Odeyemi. Okay, Mr. Nabena, please, you can go ahead. Go ahead, please.
Okay. So the PDP, for me, like I said before, the PDP should go back, forget about power now, and do their proper homework. If I were there, I would advise the deputy speaker that ensure they can even change the name of their party, because even the name of their party is even a problem to them. And let me tell him, I want to remind him that, look, they also have a lawsuit against them from their staff in the industrial court. So I don't like when it comes to the public to lie. I also gave them the suit number and all that. So why is he lying? So please, just respect yourself. Or because of the party that the virus that have gotten into you. So we are in a national and international TV. So please don't lie. That's my problem with you people. Papa the sick Peking, you lie to each other. Let us tell the Nigerians the truth. Okay? Please.
Mr. Nabena, you also raised in one of your statements, which of course I would like Mr. Odeyemi to react to, about the plan to purchase the ticket of the PDP for the 2023 presidency. Mr. Nabena, you raised in your statement that the PDP are in the process of purchasing or trading the ticket for the party in 2023. Do you have evidence to that?
Yes. Like I told them, you see what they are trying to do. The PDP, now they are trying to zone, what they are trying to do, they are trying to zone the presidency because the APC are saying, okay, they are going to zone the presidency to the south. It's not causing a lot of problem for them. They want to zone their own presidency to the north, bringing Atiku in. And Atiku also himself is now fighting to be the the candidate. Okay? Now they want to try to do it, what they're trying to do to make it look as if it's a north or a north and south situation. No, but this time around it's wrong. It's wrong. That's not going to work. Okay, this system is between the north and the south. The north has done their own for how many years? So if APC say they are going to zone their own to the south, come on. What are they talking about?
Mr. Odeyemi, react to that.
Yeah, we are still not afraid. We are not afraid.
I want to believe that
No matter where the zone,
Mr. Alabana is
where the
confused.
zone is, we are not afraid. We are ready. Okay?
He is more concerned about the affairs in PDP than defending his APC. He's talking about the lawsuits against the party by the workers. What really happened was there was staff audit. And people who are not satisfied, with what the PDP did to audit staff and ensure that we keep the number of minimum staff that we needed at the secretariat. If that is what is mistaken as a protest, that salary has not been paid, you will know that it's more concerned about PDP than defending APC. You just ask a very vital question about insecurity in the country. You can see what he is saying. Is he really defending? He has nothing to say because the number of lives that have been lost within the 6 years of APC are more than the 16 years of PDP. And that is why they are going to fail. Simply because if they promise they are coming to government on the issue of security, on the issue of economy, on the issue of infrastructure, to what extent can they mark themselves? They are failures. They have already failed. And that is why in 2003, we rely on Nigerians. We are not talking about zoning now. It's very unfortunate that it is misconstruing their own zoning, that we are using that to calculate or to strategize. Not at all. PDP is an organized party. We are going to come out with what will satisfy an average Nigerian to ensure that we come to power in 2023.
All right. I must sincerely thank you, Mr. Yakini Nabena, spokesperson of the APC, and Mr. Adrian Odeyemi, Deputy National Publicity Secretary of the PDP. Thank you so much, gentlemen, for your thoughts tonight.
Thank you very much.
And that's our show for tonight, everyone. Many thanks for watching. I'm Sean Kimale. Bye-bye.